So I had my baby. I'll probably talk about like the birth part on the podcast. So if you don't subscribe to that, it's called the Mindset Mirror Connection podcast, and I host it with Christina Hathaway, who's a licensed mental health therapist who has a background in food and body image disorders and obsession. And then I come in from my perspective of pre and postnatal, or postpartum rather, and just kind of general questions. So this is Olivia. We had a girl. We didn't know if we were having a boy or a girl until we had the boy or girl. Quick update. I had the baby Tuesday. Today is Friday, I think. Yeah. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So I'm postpartum day 3, I would say. So this is what I need to consider is my sleep, mindset, nutrition, and training. And that's hence the docuseries. So sleep has obviously been very erratic and different than what I'm used to. I used to go to bed at 7:38, wake up around 4:35, work out. But right now we are on her sleep schedule, and I'm learning like just about a sleep schedule, I guess, with a newborn. So when we haven't had sleep, whether you're 3 days postpartum or 10 days postpartum or 10 months postpartum or 10 years postpartum, or never postpartum, you definitely don't want to, it's almost feeding time too. So yeah, if you don't have sleep, we don't need to train super high intensity. So, and then plus I'm in recovery because my body just went through a big thing. And actually I'm sore from giving childbirth. Not just in my downstairs, but like my back and lats and stuff. And then my biceps are sore from holding her now. So with that, I made up my training program for the next, I think 6 weeks I did. So day 1, that I counted that as Wednesday. So the day after I gave birth, I just hospital. My goal was to lay in bed, laying flat and just focusing on my breathing. So just expanding my belly, expanding my back, creating this big canister there in my abdomen and reconnecting to my body and trying to find that again. And I just did that throughout the day. If I would think about it, if I was feeding her, it was just not like for a set time or anything, just bringing awareness to that. Yesterday, again, I just focused on breathing, laying down. I was still in the hospital. I actually got released later because of some other stuff that happened with her, but that's okay. Laying flat. What else did I do? Breathing. And then I just again was focusing on that. I wanted to start what's it called, like doing some lower contractions, but I was like, nope, that's not part of the plan. I did realize I moved around quite a bit that day because we were in a room and I just wanted to freshen it up and whatnot. And so I did move around quite a bit. I've not been doing good with the 5-5-5 rule. And if you're not familiar with that, 5-5-5 is 5 days in bed, 5 days around the bed, 5 days around the home. So technically I would be on day 2 of 5 of staying in the bed. And I'm not going to lie, that I have not done very well. So we're working on that. Room for improvement. Today I'm really trying to just relax. I've already done too much this morning. So now my intention for this afternoon is to just chill. But I kept telling myself, oh my gosh. So today what my goal was to do is focus on the breathing, do some pelvic floor contractions, and then focus on like engaging my lower abdominals, just to bring some awareness back to those. And I'll show you what those look like. And I kept thinking like, man, I need to get in the garage and do them. I need to just like get the but it's cold. And so I don't want to do it too early. And then if she needs me, I need to do it in between a feeding, but I want to kind of break. And so all of that stuff of like creating all these barriers. And I thought, okay, if her and I are just going to hang out like this, I can just go in the room that's warm. I don't have to go in the garage. I don't need to change my clothes. This is what I've been wearing today. She can come with me. She might get fussy on the floor. Sometimes she gets fussy and then calms herself. But if not, we'll just put her on my belly and do like count it as skin to skin. So I'm not going to take off my shirt here and her stuff here. But that's what I would do if I wasn't filming. If my baby was fussy and they like to be held and want to make that skin contact and start that, then that's a way I would do day 3. So what I'm going to do is, one, I'm going to focus on breathing. And of course, so she doesn't want to be put down. She's going to just be on my belly. And we're going to count this as skin to skin too. So 2 kind of benefits. So when I'm breathing, the first thing that I'm doing, and this is what I've been doing the last couple days, is just focusing on Am I getting a really good inhale through my belly? And then in that inhale, am I feeling it through my back too? So like all of this needs to be expanding. So, and exiting through my mouth. So inhale through my nose. And you can just do that for a couple minutes or not, or seconds. It really doesn't matter, because this I'm trying to do throughout the day, like even if I'm just sitting or when I'm feeding her. The contractions, what I'm going to do is 2 sets of a 6-second hold goal with a 2 sets of 6, excuse me, with a 3-second hold. So what I'm going to think about is, can I pull up my hoo-ha and just kind of tense it? So this is a Kegel, but also we want to be aware, like Kegels definitely sometimes are over recommended and are not appropriate for everybody. So if I'm going to think about relaxing my body, relax my pelvic floor, taking a nice big breath, exhaling. And then as I'm exhaling now, because I'm getting my mind ready to go into that position, kind of like I'm going to walk into a squat. Inhale, feel my pelvic floor drop. Exhale, bring it up and contract and hold. 1, 2, 3. Pushing and contracting. 2, 3. So as I'm breathing in, I'm feeling that pelvic floor kind of release and open up, I would say. And then as I'm breathing out, I'm feeling it come back in, pulling my muscles together, holding for a 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to do that 6 times, break 6 more times. And my break could be right now, and I could do these later. I could do them in bed. I can do them, maybe I do grow in the garage later today. So 2 sets of that for me today is the goal. The other one I'm going to do is my lower TA, so these muscles down here. So what I'm going to do is just think about contracting them. That's it. Like pulling them together. So another way to practice this or bring back a memory of it is to think of like doing, I probably can't do these right now. Yeah, no, it's too much. Marches. So when I'm going to do them bad, but so when I'm bringing my heels up, or if I was going to do a dead bug, same thing. That similar muscle down here is what I want to feel, but I'm not going to do any movement with it. I'm just going to bring in contractions, hold, release, hold, release. And you may not feel this at all, and that's okay. I'm using my hand as a guide to say, hey, mind, let's use this piece right here and be done with that. So I'll do, those throughout the day and just kind of bring awareness to that. I can set aside time. I can do it in this room. Like, it totally doesn't matter. Like, I was totally kind of stumping myself with trying to go in the garage and like make this video look all Jimmy, and that's just not my reality right now. Like, my reality right now is trying to figure out how to eat my smoothie and then take a nap, and then hang out with her in her little sleep sack. So if you have questions, let me know. Happy day 3 of Amanda's rebuilding herself for postpartum recovery. So then nutrition wise, what we're gonna do is I'm not counting calories at all. I have no idea where I'm at. Hospital food was really rough, so I definitely was under eating, just with the way things were working out and ordering food and getting brought food. So today is like my first day home, and I still haven't had lunch. So I pulled out one of my smoothies that I pre-made because I was like, it's hard to make lunch. I mean, yeah, I guess I could put her down, but I don't want to. So I was like, I'll just have a smoothie that like I already pre-made, so I can just slurp it up, and then we're gonna feed, and then we'll take a nap and go from there. Michael, my lover, is gonna cook some food. My parents are coming over for dinner, so I've got that taken care of in that sense, but no idea what my calories are. I'm really trying to get the protein back in because I haven't had a lot of protein the last couple days. So the shake that I made, it's like just a pre-made bag thing. I just did a fruit, some Greek yogurt, or like a non-dairy Greek yogurt, protein powder, some brewer's yeast to help with milk supply, and then just blended it and froze them. And so I'll just eat that out of the bag or put it in a bowl or a cup. In my water bottle here, I've got LMNT. I'm having about 2 to 3 of those a day just to help. It's a sodium packet essentially, so salt. And then some collagen that I'm adding, and that's just to help get, again, more protein, so my muscles can help recover, and focusing on that and help with my soreness and tenderness. I'm not worried about calories right now because it would be a lot to track them and weigh them. I mean, I'm sure maybe by next week I will, but even then Thanksgiving's there, and so it's kind of like, why? Or I might do a day or two. I guess we'll find out together, actually. So mindset wise, I'm doing okay. I'm really having to tell myself, like, let's do less. And that's hard because I hate dirty dishes, and I got a bunch of dirty dishes, and the house needs to be picked up, obviously, because we got home last night and just threw everything in there. And so I'm really working on, like, I don't need to be doing this stuff, and it's okay that there's dirty dishes. Like, I have other dishes I can use, seriously. So yeah, that task wise, but body comp wise, I mean, I'm definitely still bleeding. I've been using my podsicles. I've been wearing the Frida underwear that are disposable. I've been using, if some of y'all might have seen my picture, it's like a bow belly compression undies that go over the undies, and those are really comfortable, but they're getting washed right now. My boobs are definitely bigger, so pros and cons, because I've not had those in ever. But I definitely I'm going to show my belly, that like still pregnant but not pregnant phase. It's a lot softer here. Hey, way back. It's definitely what I expected, but I do want to share that, and I definitely want to put that in the video, because I think a lot of women think like, oh, I'll give birth and then I'm done, like my body will like retract and go back to normal, and it's not. Like, I feel my uterus contracting, so that's kind of cool as it's getting lower. That light is so bright for her, I'm sorry. So just kind of focusing on like, man, it's wild that I feel sore, like that's good, my muscles are recovering, and you know, it's not important that I look like I didn't give birth literally 4 days ago. So that's how my mindset's kind of been there. Been fortunate enough that hasn't all rocked me yet, but you know, I'm still not back in the gym, so we'll see how I feel about that, and it's only day 3, so we'll also see. All right, thank you for joining me. I'm glad for this update. Everybody welcome, Miss Olivia, and then we'll go from there.